Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss, making decisions my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry It's True podcast. Welcome to the house of and shout out to the members. Yo, what's good, y'all? How y'all feeling? Happy Saturday morning and all that. It's your boy ARP, and we back here with the Sorry It's True podcast, chopping it up and all that. Yo, keep an eye out, man. I might have a live to do tomorrow. That could be about a mega announcement. It could be. I might be here tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. And also, in the meantime, keep an eye out. I believe our next release is probably going to be from the last full circle, Big K versus Coach Coleon. Crazy battle. To be transparent with y'all, it's already out for members. Y'all know that. Y'all had it for like 2 weeks. I want to drop it to everybody. I'm just waiting for YouTube to act right. You know what I'm saying? As soon as YouTube wake up and act right about the full release, we got y'all. So, and then of course after that, you'll get Ilvo versus EK. So shout out to the members that already are in tune with that. All right, this one right here, this live right here is for the RBE supporters. This is for people that follow the RBE timeline, follow the RBE legacy. And these are also for, this live is also for up and comers. This is for past bricks. This is for future up and coming talent that graces the RBE stage. This is for y'all, okay? And I'm gonna get into a little bit of history here because it's important to me. And if it's not important to you, you know, you could fast forward or you can click off or you can come back later or you can drop from the live, do what you want. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta continue to, in periods of time, address certain things and also make sure that I stay true to what the RBE timeline and legacy is of how we moved and how we, you know, garnered the success that we garnered, right? So the bricks thing, you know, hasn't been talked about for a couple weeks. You know, I think a lot of that all really revved up around the time of the RBE versus Battle Academy event. You know, there's all types of stuff going on. It was bubbling before then. Yeah, you know, a couple battle rappers that came out. And if I don't keep it 1,000 with y'all, then what's my credibility, right? I've heard a lot of exchanges with Winged. You know, Lawrence is more in the shadows as far as the work that Winged and Lawrence does. But you heard Wing's name a lot. One of the reasons that you guys heard Wing's name a lot is because she's frontline. Her personality is nothing like Lawrence's, right? Lawrence is like the quiet guy. She's more so like outside. What's the problem? What's the issue? You know, she's always going to be combative. That's her personality. I love that about her. I love that she puts her foot down. I love that she takes a stand. It doesn't mean that everything that she does is always right. It doesn't mean that everything that I do is always right or anybody else affiliated with RBE. Doesn't always make us right. Okay? Doesn't always make us wrong, for sure. But the thing is, the bricks process, I before I get to this last wave of like a year and a half of what Lawrence and Wing cultivated, right? Because I do remember a time when everybody was on their dick and they were getting hit up indirectly from other leagues about how did you guys do that, right? We'll get there. But I want to go back. I want to go back to staying and being fully in line with what I've always preached. Platform. I never really believed that these companies move like leagues. They could put league in their name. That's no shot. That's no pun intended or nothing like that. I'm just being realistic to what an actual league is, right? And we've had these type of discussions before on the channel. But from day one, when you guys heard the announcement of RBE's first card, New Year Order, right? I've always stood on there's a big difference between developing talent and developing profile. 99% of the time, leagues will claim recognition for what they've really done, which is elevating somebody's profile, right? A lot of these battle rappers come from somewhere. Nobody steps on these major platforms rapping for the first time. Do they get scouted? Like when you take somebody like a Norbs, he's going to go down in the history books for scouting, right? Winged has scouted a bunch of people. I've scouted a couple. Every league owner has scouted some people. You see them somewhere and then you say, I'm down to work with them. And don't ever let somebody convince you that there's something wrong with that. Actually, battle rappers, it's in your best interest for a league owner to be interested in and to work with you, unless you just want one league owner, the first person that scouted you or watched your previous battle, to say, I want to work with you. Right. For example, like it goes in multiple directions for every major league. I could use the women. You hear things about the ladies. I put out a tweet, ladies, if you're new on the scene, hit me up. I got this event coming out called Ladies and Gents. And one of the pieces of footage that I got was of Blue Cocaine. She was in a garage rapping against somebody. And I just thought that she had the it quality. She had all the it factor around her. You know what I'm saying? So I booked her for Ladies versus Gents. Was her first battle on RBE versus Floss the Boss? I believe so. But she always had that it factor, the charisma, the look. And then she just needed to continue to develop on her delivery and her raps. Fast forward, she got a lot of interest from like Queen of the Ring and league owners over there, and they wanted to book her, and they actually, I think, did at certain times. And she ended up on Bags and Bodies, and she's still out there working, and her profile got risen. But people didn't really look at her before she was on RBE. And it happens in other directions too. Like the first time I saw B Dot is when he battled Danny Myers. It happens to be my top 3 personal favorite battles of all time. I didn't know about no B Dot prior to that. You know what I'm saying? You look at somebody like a Pat Stay, rest in peace. Pat Stay, before he signed any business or did any business with URL, he was on King of the Dot for years. Right. And then RBE had an opportunity to work with him, and I'm blessed for that. URL had an opportunity to work for him. Different platforms present different opportunities, and smart battlers know that. When you watch a Big K interview, he's an advocate for the more leagues, the more money, and the more opportunities for us. Like, if you guys are small minded and smaller thinking, you go back about 7 years, there was a wave to combat competition. Right. And it was about keeping people, contained. And then the home league narrative started. And that's fine to build up that level of loyalty and camaraderie. And I've done that with a lot of battle rappers as well. But one thing I've always kept consistent: go anywhere. You're responsible for your career. Do what you want to do. You want to go over there and then come back over here, or lose over there and possibly bounce back over here, or win over here and then lose over there, whatever. I'm just going to try to make sure that my business works as best as possible. And when you're over there, I'm going to support you also. Right? Behind the scenes, I'm going to try to help battles happen on whatever league, or support you wherever you go. But most leagues, for the most part, interchange a lot of talent. And you'd be surprised how often the battlers are hitting up the leagues. Everybody thinks that the leagues always engage the battle. The battlers fucking 50% of the time engage the leagues. You know what I'm saying? They want their opportunities. And wherever the most opportunity is, that's where they're going to be loyal. That's where they're going to say, I'm this, I'm that. I'm going to tattoo your league on my shoulder or whatever, because that's where they get their most opportunities. You know what I'm saying? A man is as loyal as his opportunities. The moment your opportunities slow down, from the biggest battle rappers in the world, I've been on the phone with them dissing that other league now. It's just how it goes, right? So when you're experienced like me, you say, all right, yeah, sounds good. But, if we ever going to move to that rapport, it's going to be man to man, and it's going to actually carry through the business. I don't need you to be loyal to the platform. I need you to be loyal to me as a man, based on our principles and morals. I've said that for a long time as well. So you look at the development of a profile, and this is where Winged and I have conflict. Yeah, I'm going to go there. I told you I'm going to keep it 1,000. This is where Winged and I had conflict. And when I say conflict, I mean we don't align. We're different. Okay. You go back to early RBE. There was a group of battlers. We looked like a family, right? You got your show off. You got your Adi Booms at the time. You got your Gyms. You got your Oops. You got your Rosenberg Raw. You got your Big Cannon. JC to a degree, right? You got Mr. Mills came in there a little bit. Heavy Half came in there a little bit. These are the guys that I, created a higher rapport with. Big K, Ill Will. Remember, Big K and Ill Will. Ill Will was on my 3rd card ever. Big K was on my 2nd card ever. Okay? That's how far we go back. And we built over the years. So the loyalty that we had was past rap. But these were some of my core go-to people. And we worked interchangeably to raise each other's profile. Right? It takes somebody like Jims out of that crop. I'm not taking no shots. There's no disrespect or nothing like that. I'm just making real solid points in a sorry is true fashion. Somebody like Jims, who talent wise and skill wise is the worst of the crop, yet Jims will have a better resume than most of you up and comers will ever have. Ever. Jim's talent wise is not better than most of you up and coming rappers. But he has Serious Jones. He has Goods. He has Averb. He has Rich Dollars. He has Cortez. He has Math Hoffa. He has DNA. He has Tech Nine. The list keeps going and going of who's on Jim's resume, right? A lot of you guys won't even see one or two of those level of caliber of rappers. That's what it takes when you got somebody in my shoes that says this is a platform. And when you go to King of the Dot and you battle DNA and you look at that footage, I'm standing right behind you. But when we rock the way that we rock, I got you. Through thick and thin, I got you. Look at your resumes. No different than Oops. Oops to this day, that's my nigga because of what we built and what we started. You know what I'm saying? He went from opening a card versus a no name to then battling Red on his next RBE booking. And y'all don't even really know who he was like that yet. Fast forward, Daylight turned out to be a viral classic, a timeless RBE battle, one of my top 3 personal battles of all time. Daylight. And then he goes on to have a beautiful resume with us. Rosenberg Raw. The battles that we try to make sure that these guys get. We do the best job that we can. Show Off. Some people, they always been up and down with Show Off, but he's another person with a resume that a lot of you up and comers will never get close to. These battlers deserve the credit for what they've done and what they bring to the table, whether it's like promotional wise or charisma wise or draw wise, like a Jims who had the star qualities, or even if I feel like talent wise, writing bar for bar, these guys are incredible, like a Show Off. But you bring those two together with the mentality of a platform, and you guys rock for years. And now these people can all go outside of RBE or URL or King of the Dot or Bullpen and be booked anywhere. That's supposed to be in a battle rapper's best interest. Now, here's the conflict between Winged and myself. I've moved like that over the years and created a lot of success. I even birthed this concept, you may have heard of it, called Rookies and Vets, that put a lot of people in those spots to further elevate their profiles if they just have good showings. Win or lose, just have a good showing, right? That was all formula to building profile. Along the way, we started having 1SKs. Those 1SKs were on every card. I don't care if it was Mook's return after 5 years. I don't care if it was Hitman versus Bill Collector. I don't care if it's Max Out with Hitman and Cassidy. You look at those cards, Coach Corleone is on them. In front of 2,000 people, Coach Corleone is on that big ass stage. You know what I'm saying? Jay Breed, boys, like these are people that were like had 1SK battles, right? And that was a formula that I always stuck to as well. Huge card, huge main events. Give these guys a look. Give these guys a look. And what they do with it goes from there. Winged had more of this maternal godmother, super duper family approach to that house within RBE or that room within RBE. Wing gathered like 35 people. She was in group chats with these people. She was involved in all their personal life and issues, both directions. She has personal friendships with some of them. I stayed out of that. I said, they better call you. I don't want to get no phone calls about somebody is going through something or needs $100 loan or whatever. I don't know them like that. I'm not trying to be best friends with these people that I haven't been directly around with, like a Rosenberg or a Jims or Oops or Show Off or Adi Boom. Y'all know I was going to fucking jail on Christmas Eve to see Adi Boom. I ain't built with them like that. So I'm not taking them phone calls. But she was taking those phone calls with them. She was. So when I hear bars from like Marv when he's battling Geechee last weekend, like get rid of the bricks faster than ARP. Let me tell you what really happened behind the scenes. And we was all quiet for a reason. Let it all die out and calm down and recalibrate behind the scenes. The fault of Winged and Lawrence to a degree is being too interpersonal with too many people. And it develops in both directions a sense of entitlement and a sense of obligation. I like to leave battlers in a position where they could never say, "Yo, ARP, you promised me this, or you owe me this, or I owe you that." We owe each other a certain caliber of standards based on the quality of people that we are, period. Morals and principles and that type of standard. Business wise, like if I outstep that, then immediately you make me fully responsible for your career. And there's a reason why 1,000 rappers over the years asked me to be their manager, and I declined. I don't want that responsibility. But that's something that Winged, toted the line of damn near managing, right? And it's crazy how, and I'm not, this isn't a stick up for, I don't want to come off like, because everybody has their faults in these situations, but it's amazing of how many people got that loyalty from her, got those bookings from her. You know what I'm saying? Got all that interaction, those favors from her. What was there when they were all crying and have it's amazing. And then obviously we see when you don't get what you want, that's when a problem happens. These men are as loyal as their opportunity. Once again, and I've been trying to teach that to Winged for years. For years, they're loyal as their opportunity. The moment they have an opportunity for something that they think is more beneficial, they're going to tweet, "I made this decision based on keyword business." And I'm going to say, "You see, I told you that a year ago about that person." And you defended them when I said that person doesn't need to be on every single card or the next card because they're not drawing. And here's the thing, battlers, I know that you just refuse to accept it because you will have a certain presentation from scouts and league owners that I'm here to help you. The league owners, 9 times out of 10, are not there for your personal gain. I'm the one that have been telling you for years, you're responsible for your career. And I'm not going to carry you through a bunch of my losses. Have I? Yes. But the moment you blame a league owner for where you are going about your career incorrectly. So one thing that Lawrence and Winged are on now is when we say, "Are the bricks done?" Yeah. Because what Lawrence and Winged allowed to happen is an attachment directly at an even personal level to 30 motherfuckers. Ones that soon as they don't get booked with an opponent that they want or get paid what they want or things don't go their way, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have an argument. You're going to have a dispute. You're going to have a fallout. They're going to go somewhere else. My thing is like, no, let them go somewhere else the same way I did. And they didn't stop anybody. But if you manage that obligation, right, they will turn around and burn you for it. The moment they don't have what they want, they will burn you for it. And you got 30 of them. And of 30 battle rappers that you put into a fucking room, how many of them are really ever going to raise to be a star? How many of them are actually going to get to a point where they can make a platform money? How many of them are actually going to put up significant views? How many of them really have star quality? How many of them really can draw? So when I say that I'm seeing these cards with all this promotion and energy that you guys are trying, and there's literally 10 tickets sold, no exaggeration, 10 tickets sold. Nobody on that card then has the ability to argue what and who they are. If the business side actually matters, if it's a two-way street. So that's why that stuff had to stop. The next cards that you guys see from Lawrence and Wing, they're not going to be an attempt to putting 50 people that you never heard of on these cards for an opportunity. Because business-wise, all that did was create attachments and eventually turn around to bite Lawrence and Wing. We got a crop of battle rappers that hit me up every fucking day and ask to be on RBE in some form or fashion. Work with them. Charlie Clips and Arsenal just asked me if he could, yo, what's up with me versus Coach? I want to see shit like that. Think Charlie Clips is down to battle him too. So is Rosenberg. They're like 3 top tier names down to battle Coach Corleone. Because when you have a crop of people, when I got 30 motherfuckers, I could really look at like 3 of them and say, like, that's one of them. And then they wonder why Coach got a bigger push from ARP. I just see more in them. And that's not to be taken with disrespect. I see more in him. And then when it turns around and he gets a call to go be on Bags and Bodies, support it. If any league calls, he don't need RBE anymore. He benefited off of his RBE looks, his Bags and Bodies looks, any other looks, and him as a private contractor, he benefited. And now he's off on his own. He doesn't need anybody anymore for a league to call him. But when we do, he might have personal loyalty from a man, principle, moral standpoint. All right, ARP, I'm back over there. That's all we need. And then the fans end up with a battle, hopefully a good one. That's all you need. So for Lawrence and Winged, the brick thing is something that I never dragged RBE to the top of the culture with by doing, as far as 30 motherfuckers, right? And trying to give obligation to all of them. Not everybody is going to be able to stand out. They're not. And the fact of the matter is, hence, I started this for my 3rd card ever. The blood, sweat, and tears formula, the rookies and vets formula, the Gannick versus Gullies formula, the close range formula, all of that is what really builds these people's profiles. When they're on a big card, or when they're standing in front of a bigger opponent, or the third factor, which is the least rare or the most rare, they just have some super breakout performance. I watched Danny Myers versus B-Dot because of Danny Myers, and I happened to see this B-Dot person. Or the third one, which is the most rare, Dollar Bill. He's battling somebody that on a regular occasion, if it wasn't an RBE card, it might have got swept under the rug. But his individual performance stood out so much. You see what I'm saying? Or the first one that I mentioned, Coach Corleone. Like, you're paying attention. You're in this building. There's 2,000 of y'all in front of us because Cassidy and Hitman's at the top. But when you're in there and you see Coach Corleone walk out on stage, you say, who is this guy? When they're on big cards, when they have big opponents, or if they have that good a performance that makes all these bloggers and all these fans talk about them. Those are the 3 pieces of a formula that a battle rapper needs to achieve if they want to move to the next level. And sometimes that last one of having a breakout individual performance like a Dollar Bill just did versus an opponent that doesn't carry more than him, right? That has an up-and-coming status as well. Past that, sometimes you won't even get to the big cards or to a big opponent unless you do that. And when you, Winged and Lawrence, when you got 30 people in front of y'all, I'm sorry, but it's a minority of those people that can actually do that. That's why right now I'm just like, yo, I think I want Dollar Bill on the next Full Circle. I really didn't pay too much attention to even his past RBE battles. I watched some of them, but I skimmed them here and there. Cool. I don't even apply that much time to watching all this battle rap footage these days. I keep it real with you. I'm the legal one's going to tell y'all the truth. And then I see that breakout shit that he just did right there. And I'm like, even the names that Lawrence and Wing would talk about matching him up with on the next name, ask Wing on text message a couple weeks ago. I was just like, no, get him a bigger name than that. Dollar Bill just did that. A lot of these battle rappers can't do that. But then they're going to look at the league owner and say, you're the reason why. You can't do that. How many battles do you want before you can have a breakout performance? Before you really realize, like, those 10 tickets that sold at the door, the people that's actually behind you, they've lost money rolling the dice with you for a year plus. Now, I could play Santa Claus, but if I'm upfront and I tell you, this is a platform, we're going to definitely help, and we have, our history shows it, help a lot of people develop and raise their profile to the point where they can go out into other leagues and have legendary fucking resumes. But you got to earn that yourself. And stop fucking trying to blame the league all the time. Look in the mirror. I mean, motherfuckers show up to battles and events without a damn haircut. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all ain't even getting y'all hair done unless Rem pays for it. I just got off the phone with her 2 days ago talking about this. I can name names. All right. So the brick thing, when we say get rid of the bricks faster than ARP, Marv, you're right. Because what I want Lawrence and Wing to do is to go back to what rose RBE in the first place. Now, if you got 5 or 6 people that you're really, really looking at and say, hey, Jims and Rosenberg and Big Cannon and JC and Show Off and Adi Boom and Oops, I see ways that we're going to move these people with these other top tiers and all that, and we're going to grow together. By all means, do so. If Coach is one of them, if Dollar Bill is one of them, but a card with 51 SKs, I can't pay attention to them. I don't want to pay attention to them. The fans won't pay attention to them. The bloggers are not going to talk about them. Bloggers don't even want to fucking do a video on something that's going to only give them 1,000 views. It hurts their channel. You have to have a breakout performance. And if you don't have the it factor or the talent, then why should the league even put you in a position when you're on a big card or you have a big opponent in front of you? Don't be loyal to RBE as a brand. Be loyal to the people that's working with you if you feel like the relationship is fruitful. But you're responsible for your own career. I'm tired of saying that shit. And now Winged is on the same thing. She ain't playing godmother to you niggas no more. Right? There's no need for her to get into all. I'm not saying this was all other people's fault. Winged had her faults in some of these issues and these back and forths too, but she was just too close to too many people, too accessible, too. This is a big family. No, it's not. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't. They don't. Put them on a card for 2 years straight, sell 10 tickets while you lose money and they get their little looks. What does it get either one of y'all? Nowhere. Hamster wheel. And sooner or later, I'm going to blame you. So that shit is dead. But now it's back to actually to what we would rather see as fans. So the next cards from Winged and Lawrence, they are upgraded. I think they're targeting October for their next shit. If you start seeing the Arsenals and the Charlie Clipses and whatever of the world on their cards, it's time to upgrade and put some of these people on those cards and stop giving opportunities to 50 people. Be more focused in, be less personal, be more business. And you don't owe nobody nothing. Don't give nobody no loyalty that all they need is the right opportunity to show you that they didn't give you in return. Be a platform. Be a platform. People could try to the narratives of the developing talent ship. Once again, we know why that started. But RBE is responsible for developing a lot of profiles and helping people be in a lot of serious situations, get deals, get more money, get hundreds of thousands of dollars directly responsible for. I can call names, I can call contracts, I can call examples all fucking day long. It's one thing to go play with Wing, but when you play with me, the type of facts that I'm going to come with is going to make you niggas look crazy. So let's just all make sure that we're being responsible towards the actual reality and the truth. I don't want Wing to have these problems of other leagues and Lawrence have these problems. Let these other leagues have the obligation of taking 50 people, that don't have the it quality and trying to figure out how to invest. Time always shows only a selective few can rise to the top. If that was the case, everybody would be a star. It's just not the case. It's one thing to give opportunity. It's another thing to give too much opportunity. All right. Because once it's counterproductive to the league, we're the ones spending the money. If I can't help you and you can't help me, then we both go down and then we all lose the opportunities. So I stepped in before Lawrence and Wing get too frustrated, you know what I'm saying? And say, even our opportunities now are off the table. Now their opportunities that they're given are actually bigger. So when I supplement their events and say day 2 is full circle, that's why. When I say, all right, we're going to put this $10,000, co-main event on the card too, that's why. When I say Dollar Bill deserves, this top tier on this card, that's why. These other 40 people that's willing to complain the moment that they get an opportunity to complain, right? Leave them where they are. Leave them where they are because they can't do nothing for you. Business is business, right? We're not being interpersonal with 50 people no more. Right. And that's where Lawrence and Wing went wrong. And once again, they have faults in it too, but there's no need to argue and maintain a crop of bricks, right? If you guys are going to collide based on opportunity eventually anyway, especially when 90% of them aren't doing anything for you, business wise, opportunity wise, view wise, sales wise, ticket wise. It's supposed to be a two-way street. Let's be friends after the contract is signed. I do it all the time, right? If I got to lose money, then my opportunities are going to decrease. If you want that, then maybe that makes sense to y'all. AK, salute. Appreciate you as always, homie. Rbe Bricks, the first RBE card in 2014, Sway versus Raw Goods versus Danger. Yeah, blood, sweat, and tears shit. Aver versus ID Boom. RBE ain't new to nurturing new underrated talent. Know your history. Absolutely. What's good, homie? I appreciate you. Yeah, we've played a major part in people developing some great opportunities for themselves, great money for themselves, contracts for themselves. Um, People that's even off the radar. They got called because of RBE. And in opposite directions as well. Every league has done that. Behind the scenes, only if you guys knew. I'd be knowing that. That's another reason why certain people could never stand next to me or never align with me, because I hold too much of their truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bad, the shit that I behind the scenes, years and years and years of like reality checks and truth. I've only said 20% of this channel of what I actually know. So, but some of the resumes that these people have developed, or went on to create, they've earned it as well. And you got to take responsibility. I don't want Lawrence and Wayne in a position where people are looking at them like, you're in the driver's seat of my career. Fuck that. Fuck that. You don't got the time and energy for that. And it's not even being beneficial for you. Be one thing if you guys are at least getting paid for the amount of investment, work, frustration, hits on your brand, on your name, arguments that you got to have going back and forth on live. Shit, at least be making some money behind all of it. Wayne and Lawrence did a lot to be in the red. Did a lot to be in the red. They did a lot to sell 10 tickets. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. That's not good business. And, working in that pattern doesn't give people even the bigger looks that they can have coming from this side. So, I'm coming to the chat. Just need some glue from the brand. Yo, I mean, so you gotta look at it like this too. Most leagues have had processes. I'm glad you just said that. Most leagues have had processes. PG process, ground zero process, 1SK process. You've heard about processes, right? Lawrence and Wayne developed a very, very deep process. And it had a lot of nuances that, for me, just for me personally, it was the first time I've seen it done. And I'm not saying that it all was seamless, especially when you try something new. You have that much talent in front of you, and you have like these different divisions within the process where it's just like, you got this level of graduation, you got this level of graduation, then you got a brick, and then they introduce something called like pink slips. Like, you not be at work, you get fired, put pressure on battlers with these things called pink slips. I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with that process. I'm keeping it 1,000. I let them do them. A process of like 4 different and all these categories and all these people going through it and all that. You're developing, and then you're putting people in a situation where even if they feel talented, even if they feel like they won their battles, they're gonna eventually turn around and say, yo, I did all of this, and then this didn't go my way or whatever. And you just create a lot of disgruntled nature in a person. Rightfully so. That's just how it goes. I never like that, but let them do what they do. I like more so like, oh, put this 1SK on this card. 2 battles that maybe people are not paying attention to, but maybe they have breakout performances. You know what I'm saying? From there, we'll figure it out. oh, this person right here is actually an attraction. This person right here has a little bit of a draw. This person is super duper talented, and the fans and the bloggers are talking about them. Give them a top tier, give them a mid tier opponent, raise his profile up like that. That's what I like to do. The process to me is done in flight. When you write something down on paper and you have it set in stone, right? Like, I don't like that for battle rap, because battle rap, you need to go off of the nuances, timing, what happens on other leagues. Did you just come off of a win? Did you just come off of a loss? You know what I'm saying? How long have you been sitting down? Politics. There's so much shit in there that when you're in my shoes and you develop some of these classic cards and classic matchups, you have to develop that skill of doing the dance within a culture like this and saying, boom, now, boom, right there. Okay, those two, right? I like the flexibility of being able to do that. Of just say, like, yo, I just seen Coach's last joint. Let me grab him versus Charlie Clips on the next full circle. I like that. Rather than somebody being in a process where it's like, no matter, you got this next. I don't like that. It develops too much of what can cause contradictions and issues and dependencies later on. And I think a lot of arguments back and forth between some artists and Wing have come through that, right? Go to another league for a process. Up and coming talent, I want you to understand when it comes to RBE, you will not have to go through a process. You will either be booked on RBE under terms that you agree with. And if you don't agree with the terms, there's other opportunities out there, right? Up and coming talent, you will come onto RBE if it's a situation that you agree with. If you agree with it and you come on the platform, and then Lawrence Winged or ARP decides to step in and take you to another opponent, or take you to a big card, or put you on a full circle, or give you a top tier, that's what it is. There's no process for you to go through on RBE anymore. Okay? It's either you are it or you're not. I have that clip on my Instagram years ago when I'm like turned up. I'm like, you either got it or you don't. Because I'm not going to spend 5 cards investing in you, losing money, while you sit there and get disgruntled. Neither one of us are winning then, right? Neither one of us are winning, right? And then it's just what's going to make the last straw that breaks the camel's back when we have a fallout. I'm cool. Take that to another league. Let them put you in a process. Let them invest in trying to give you 5 battles that never crack 3 or 4 or 5,000 views and lose money and all that type of stuff. Like, I don't want Lawrence and Wing sticking to some process while they're not even winning. It's not worth it to them. It's not worth it for the card quality, and it's not worth it to the up and coming battle rappers. Either you got it or you don't. And you put 10 people in a room, not even 8 of them got it. That's it. You put them in the room. If they got it, figure out what's next. Ain't no defined process. Ain't no commitments. Ain't no guarantees. Ain't no dreams being sold. That's another thing that the bricks do. That's another reason why it's dead now, because it makes you feel like no matter what, I'm going to get carried through this energy and RBE brand. And I shouldn't say the word carry. Some people are going to take that the wrong way, but I'm going to be a part of this no matter what, because it's organized like we're all obligated to each other. Can't do that, Lawrence and Wing, because you're going to end up doing a lot of bookings, a lot of matchups, a lot of cards where you're not in a position to win. And if y'all can't win, you can't put the battlers in a situation to win. Not everybody is going to be cut to have the it power, stand out, or move up to bigger battles or bigger cards. Not everybody deserves to be on full circle. Wayne wants to bring the Blue Room cards back. Okay. You think of these 30 people, fucking even 10 of them should be on that card? No, not at all. Either you got it or you don't. They got to come off more like me. Like when you end up looking in the mirror and you don't have the obligation anymore, you won't blame ARP, because I ain't never sell you that dream. I ain't none of that. And Wyndon Lawrence is now on the same shit. The difference is exactly what you said in the beginning, platform versus league. There are a lot of platforms of various sizes, leagues, movements, are a fraternity. Everyone buying into the vision as a unit. Absolutely. Now you can't do that based on the opportunities that you have available with 20 to 30 people. It just mathematically it won't work. That's why I say if you look at the early history of RBE and the profiles that we raised and we built something amazing together, you could count on two hands. Right now, there's a lot of pieces that were interchangeable, right? But when you talk about once again a Oops, a Jims, a Adi Boom, a Show Off, a JC, a Big Cannon, um, whoever is in that mix, and it looks like that's right. And to a Big K, Ill Will was in that fall too. Rosenberg, right? When it looks like that, and these guys actually, and I know some of it is the heyday of battle rap, actually have that draw capability. I'm not saying selling out, big venues, but when they battle, people cared. At least people would at least talk about their battles. You can't work with 30 people. And to these bloggers, they're not even worth talking about until you have a breakout performance. You can't do that for 5 cards straight. You're going to go backwards, right? There's just not enough opportunities to treat everybody like a star. It's either you got it or you don't. Here goes. Bring up somebody that was actually in the process. Uncle Nini said it. Now I'm showing no bias, right? I'm showing how real I keep it. The thing is, it's not all blame on one or another. That's what I said about Wayne. I said she has faults too. Everyone has faults. It's a collective effort. If the process was managed differently, it would have gone a completely different direction, though. Absolutely. The problem with the bricks was not it wasn't about developing talent or developing profiles. Simply battling on Rare Breed Entertainment gets people a couple extra views, if I say it to be modest, right? Even battling on certain platforms will get you a couple extra views. Why do you think people are willing to sign contracts with RBE or be managed by ARP or be loyal to RBE or whatever? Because there's opportunity there and we have a reputation, right? And our capabilities are still through the roof. If I snap my fingers right now, you guys get the biggest battles, period. Right? Niggas know what it is with RBE. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I agree. When you manage a process outside of a formula that is conducive to that many people and in a style that's really on the front line with all of them like that before they can even turn, draw, or profit, somebody's going to get disgruntled. Somebody's going to be right. Somebody's going to be wrong. It's too much. It's too much. And I sat back, and when the bricks started, it was dope. I was like, "Oh, look at that shit. That shit look crazy." And other leagues were putting words in like, "Yo, how did you do it?" It's like a big ass movement. And then as time passes, what do you see? Can everybody get attention? Can everybody get a full circle? People gotta look at it. The first full circle I ever did, right, had a brick. The second full circle I ever did had a brick. Just coming off of Coach Corleone versus Big K. Caution got sent out there to battle RX. Pain got sent out there to battle Ill Will. You know what I'm saying? Coaches got sent out there to battle Big K. I want to do a full circle, possibly with Dollar Bill, right? And behind the scenes, the amount of opportunities that I try to get people, even on other leagues, only if you guys knew. That's why I said tomorrow I might have a big announcement to come talk about. It's behind the scenes shit. You know what I'm saying? Still one of the most tapped in people in this culture. All right. So that process, even numbers wise, schematically, eventually is going to falter. And there's going to be a bunch of this. Winged in this situation, you're wrong. Battler and this brick in this situation, you're wrong. And all it is, and then we got all the personal shit coming out, personal arguments and all that shit. That's where we're just more so like, it's got to stop. The root of it is the opportunities, this so-called loyalty, the process that I told you I don't agree with, right? That's some of the root of it. And then how it's being managed from Battler to Winged and Lawrence, in both directions, there's wrongs. And it got so big where it's just like, let's shut it down. You guys are going to go back to constructing cards in a manner that are more meaningful to the battlers that deserve it and more meaningful to RBE. And you guys are going to disconnect this personal attachment to 30 mother. So yes, the way that it was managed is too much. You know what that really means? If I was inserted in that process, more than half the bricks wouldn't be there. It would be like the lineup that I keep saying. It'd be like maybe 9 people. It wouldn't be 30 people going through different stages of caliber of card. That's not what would happen if I managed it, right? And maybe things would falter with me, but they tried something new, something that was never done before in RBE. I try to give a lot of people opportunities, and I give them a lot of respect and credit for that. But business wise and time wise, for it being sustainable, see, that's the thing about it's like a diet, right? You can say, like, yo, I'm just gonna eat no carbs to lose this weight. Is it sustainable? Will you be able to do that 6 months from now? Probably not. It's about having a formula that is sustainable. Blood, sweat, and tears was such a sustainable model that other leagues adopted it. Other leagues even saw the business benefits in it. Big battles that were half as costly. And then in the meantime, also raise the other person's profile, help build more people to star level or to top tier level or to top tier draw or to be able to sell a pay-per-view, right? All of that comes into play. You know what I'm saying? When people are able to move up that scale because they had standout performances, okay? Because if I remember correctly, when we announced people like Shaw versus Big K, and I look out in Club Drum, they were there. That was the main event. It was lit. We was in there. Arsenal versus Show Off, same thing. Y'all was there. Y'all was here for it. All right, Jims versus Serious Jones. Y'all was here for it. All right, Oops versus Daylight. Y'all was here for it. Y'all was in the front row crying. You know what I'm saying? It's all facts. So I just needed, and we kept quiet. And I didn't want to come out during the time of all the controversy because the timing of me saying something could also make it look like Wayne and Lawrence have an issue, or I have an issue with them. I praise them for what they did for damn near 2 years. I praised them. In the same time, I was always interjecting, like, take a couple steps back. Don't treat this person like your friend. Business first with that situation. And once again, they on their side, they weren't perfect neither. They made some bad decisions too. But that was my involvement towards the end. Because when you got a process that is just not sustainable, and it's not being conducive to RBE, and it's not being conducive to as many battle rappers that you're working with, that's when it's time to say, okay, recalibrate your formula, go back to this. And that's what Lawrence and Wayne are on. So it actually just got made more powerful, you know, and there's going to be a bunch of people that probably kicked them while they was down, kicked Wayne while she was down, you know, and then when she starts coming out with higher caliber opportunities, don't jump on her dick, you know what I'm saying, and let it be what it's going to be. An RBE tournament would be crazy. So to a degree, Lawrence and Wayne were kind of doing tournaments within RBE. It just wasn't called a tournament. Marcus, I appreciate you. And shout out to the members. Demetria Mixon, shout out to the members. I appreciate the cosign. Keo, appreciate the super. Buying it means playing your position. Trenches feels like a movement because they all big up each other. The OG Caprice still wave the flag while others get their turn. Tex bigs up his brothers, even though he not no one just for himself. Yeah, we've seen it before. You seen that's with the bricks, and I'm not trying to. This ain't about a competition thing between leagues. Everybody has their, you know what I'm saying. It's very easy for leagues to build camaraderies with battle rappers and then present a frontline unification, promotion, and even genuine vibe. Once again, I did that with those names that I keep saying, right? We got fucking pictures and cards built around my front line of battle rappers. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when you look at the trenches, this is all not new to me. And I hear names like a Jay Moore, a Tex, and these guys. Or I look at Battle Academy, and you see people like Top Floor Loop and Top Floor Mars and News, and it becomes a loyalty. It becomes a like more than battle rap thing. And if those guys fuck with each other past battle rap, then fast forward, you will still see them together rocking out 10 years later. The same way you could look at certain people on URL or Kicking the Dot or RBE, right? But the process that's based around opportunity with minus the real true camaraderie, the ones that you think like it be out there and somebody tweets like, I made this decision for business, that showed it. You just prove my point. You just prove my point the moment you say business. You see what I'm saying? So when you have the opportunities that fit business wise and they can maintain, then you have an opportunity to actually develop real loyalty person to person. Because the way that we move is conducive to both sides. And over the years, I get to see something from you. See what I'm saying? So, playing your position over the years, time always will tell. Time always will tell. Like people will be disgruntled and people will talk shit for the moment. And then, you see where they'll be 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now. Some of these people will never be heard of again. Some of these people will never get those opportunities because they just didn't get them or didn't shed a light on themselves to the point where leagues felt the need to jump to them. Leagues want to book what's in demand. Period. I know there's situations where people swear up and down like oh, they're loyal to me. Like, you guys really gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? That shit is way, way less than, let's be realistic. It don't be no real loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Be opportunity, and then we'll build from there. And then we'll see years from now where me and you really stand, anything past business. You know what I mean? And I needed Lawrence and Wayne to get into that bag too. Appreciate the members in the building. I see Coach in here. They kicking in the comments and don't even know what we got coming up. Laughing my ass off. Shout out to Coach. Yeah, Coach. Like I said earlier, he's at a point now where he doesn't necessarily need a league to push him. He needs his opportunities like the next battle rapper, but he doesn't need to be forced into the fans anymore. He's got that point. When you see battlers start getting booked on other platforms, and you know what I'm saying, like they've gotten to that point, and they are lead responsible for it. I can't say it enough. Battle rappers, you are responsible for your own career. If a league makes you feel like they're more responsible for your career than they are, you choose to sit in that. And hopefully it pans out for you. But not everybody's going to be a Tay Rock. All right. Tay Rock is 2,000 battle rappers. Okay. So everybody is responsible for their own career. If the opportunity fits you, take it. If it doesn't, don't fuck with it. If you approach the situation like that, there's no reason for these fallouts and complaints. And that's what I want Wayne and Lawrence to do. Because I don't want them in that situation where people have felt obligations and whatnot. I don't want them in that spot. You'll develop that later on when you really truly build with people. I don't need people feeling obligated and then having these public fallouts every second and all that. That shit is done and that shit is dead. And that's where that brick shit was turned into like a gang. Nah, Lawrence and Wing. Nah. Them niggas ain't your fucking family. And the moment they get an opportunity, they will show you so. Fuck that. Once again, don't be loyal to the brand. Be loyal to me as a man. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. I don't know if there's many other questions. I'm scanning the chat now to see if there's any significant questions to answer. I'm coming to the chat, y'all. If there's a significant question or brick in the chat right now that wants to ask something, I will right now on the spot. Salute to Wyndon Lawrence for taking on an ambitious approach. Yes. Have to salute people for trying. Easy to criticize in hindsight to the bricks that brought in. Absolutely. It wasn't easy to do what they did for damn near 2 years. And it had its wins. Some good has come out of it and some bad has come out of it. A lot has been learned from it. And I think that strengthens Wyndon Lawrence. I really do. So, RBE Rico. And that's what, no bricks. I don't want one of these motherfuckers committing a crime and there's sort of RBE heads. No, I paid enough bails in battle rap. We ain't friends. We is not friends. All right. You don't fuck with me like that. Oh shit. I got caught in September. How many of y'all ever put a penny on my lawsuit? Shut up. Oh shit. Um that's a fact. ARP show. What's this one? Okay, shout out to the members once again. Appreciate the super. Part of the issue is they don't understand the process is basically us getting the tools to succeed, and we got to do our own work. I've been in the process. Smart man. Smart man. How many times do I need to say over the years, you're responsible for your own career? The same way I'm responsible for my own. So if you call my battle rap tenor a career, I'm responsible for it. I can't I can't turn around for the decisions that I've made and the investments that I've made and what I've done and the directions that I've gone in over the years and be like, damn, I never made money because of this. I chose to do that. I chose to do that. I chose to make certain moves that was beneficial to me, chose to make moves that was beneficial to certain battlers, and people have gone in success, me and others on the road. Period. Period. My decisions I have to be accountable for them. It's just like any other man. Uh Thank you. I appreciate that, D Wicks. The Bammy TV show was good, homie. I see a prior brick still in here, so I'll pull his comment up again without even reading it. Uncle Nini says 100% facts of Princess. I left the process on my own after I peeped the unnecessary background drama wasn't going to stop and the business wasn't being managed correctly. I'm glad to hear criticism like that. And that's one reason why, you know, it was stepping in and saying, like, okay, that formula and that approach is done. It needs to be more conducive to yourselves and more conducive to the actual battlers that you fuck with. So, Uncle Nini, if you ever get booked by anybody from RBE again, what I want it to be is a situation that both sides just deem beneficial. That's it. That's it, man. No more I'm coming over there to be in a process or whatever. If Wendell Lawrence call you because it's the second time you hit me, G. Hold on. Let me see what's going on. Hey man, I'm on live.
Are you on live?
Yeah, man. Why you don't got your notifications on for the RBE channel? So this is the second time you calling me, and you must not know I'm live because you're not subscribed.
I mean, I got stock in it cut on my phone, but I just be forgetting.
Cut on my phone, but I'll be free. This nigga Holla always got something slick as an answer in flight.
Well, you got to call me. I need help saving it. So I need help saving it.
Yeah, when I get off of this, I'm gonna hit you right back. You got anything you want to tell the fans while you're here?
The storm is coming.
Storm is coming. I was just telling the fans that I might got something big to talk about tomorrow. And then you're gonna come on here and say the storm is coming. They're gonna put two and two together. You sure?
Four, baby. Nah, man, shout out to all the fans, man. Bags and bodies, man. Season
shout
2,
out to Bags and Bodies.
That's all we doing, we just stand out the way. So, hey, they can't blame me for saying battle rap and the negatives for all that stuff that we blame. I've been out the way. I ain't been saying nothing, and it's still in shambles. They can't blame me this time.
Yeah, nah, I feel you. I feel you. All right, G, give me a minute. I'm gonna hit your line.
All right,
you already? Yeah, shout out to Holla, man. I don't know what he got going on. Maybe I do. I don't know. He always got something going. One thing about that man is he be working. I ain't gonna lie. He be working behind the scenes. He be working. Shout out to Uncle Nini. What he said, ARP, you know the fans been asking to see me on a full circle in the Blue Room. Always ready to work with RBE. That's always been separate from the process. Much respect. I appreciate that. And I don't hold grudges with anybody that was a bricked unless I feel like something happened that was totally unrepairable. And I'm so honest and transparent and real with y'all as always, man. I didn't have some ugly situations that were repaired, right? Y'all know about me and Verb, right? For example, or me and whoever. I seen a recent interview. Somebody asked Mook what me and his relationship was, and he was very, very reserved about it. Even me and Mook could even talk about that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things. Me and Sirius Jones, we went through what we went through. We cool now. You know what I'm saying? Like Sirius Jones will put me in a bar in his last battle, which is like a shout out. You know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes, the other day, somebody contacted me about a bag for Sirius Jones. I didn't even know the person. I threw it to Jones behind the scenes. Like, yo, Jones, this person got a bag. Hit him up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I didn't had, things in the past where it's just people get past shit, which is a good thing, which is the adult and the mature thing to do. And I know Wing just has some issues with people, and that doesn't mean that any of those people that she ever had a problem with can't battle on RBE, right? I don't know if her kids or anything being violated, something I just got to stand on too. Like, oh no, I can't call it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know of that. I know there's been some arguments. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some of it from the outside looking in. I didn't care to get involved with the winged in pain or cautions thing, or I didn't care for it. I was just like, I'm cool. I'm over here. Like I earned my spot. 10 years of that type of stress and still involve myself in shit damn near daily. Shit that ain't even people in I got called 2 days ago too about something on different platforms. Somebody asking for advice and still is tied in with RBE. And I got stressed out over it. And it don't even hurt me. But I got stressed out over it. So niggas know how I play. I think I play very, very real with people. So Uncle Nini, if the time comes for Lawrence and Winged or myself to work with you, then let's work. If not, no hard feelings. The process, if it didn't work out in certain respects for certain people, they don't have to deal with that. I just want them to only work with Lawrence and Wing within situations that is conducive to both sides. If it's not, then decline. That's all. And I appreciate that. Yeah, more dollar bill on the way, and not just RBE, but on other platforms, I assume as well. The man just had a standout performance. So once you create that demand for yourself, the leads will come. Period. That's just how it goes. Ryan says, Hitman always call their ARP towards the end of ARP live. No, but that just shows y'all how much like we fucking talk every day. You know what I'm saying? Like literally every fucking day we talking about something. You know what I'm saying? So it's not coincidence that it feels like a lot of lives. I'll chime them in. But one thing I'll do with any battle, I'm always gonna let them know, like, yo, I'm on live. Don't say nothing crazy that the public ain't supposed to know. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, Holy. I'm always gonna do that shit. Yeah, he might have just dropped a jewel. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You never know what you're gonna catch on these ARP lives. Stay tuned. Oh shit. Marcus, I assume you're talking to somebody. Listen, yeah, if you're alluding to what I think you're alluding to, listen, whether you feel like it could be to make another whole shit, or it could be to like go anywhere and get lit, right? If you really that, it shouldn't even matter where you at then, right? It shouldn't even matter because you're willing to be or create a breakout for yourself. And that's just the reality. Like, there's a lot of basketball players that go to tryouts. Only a couple of them's gonna make it to the, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people, NFL, music industry, movie industry. Battle rap is no different. You got 30 of them. 30 of them is not going to become a draw or have it or get stand out or even get to the point where here's something I want to say that's so real, y'all. Because I'll see. Let me go back. Let me see if I can find Uncle Nini's last joint that I just brought up here. Here's one thing that I want to say. Okay, here it is. Shout out to Uncle Nini once again. I want to use this comment and say something very, very real. Uncle Nini says, people been asking you for a full circle or a blue room, for him to be on it, right? And then I mentioned like Dollar Bill's last breakout performance from the Battle Academy versus RBE event. I could use examples of when I got introduced to B Dot. I was really tuning in for Danny Myers, league I never heard of before, and I was just like, this guy's incredible. It turns out to be one of my top 3 favorite battles of all time. First time I've ever heard B Dot. I became an advocate of him. I was years before I booked him. I became an advocate of him. Right. This is so real, Uncle Nini. And I said this to another battle rapper online the other day. They said he said something similar to me, like, yo, people asked you for me to be a part of this, right? There's nothing wrong with the league on. I'm not saying that this is always the case with me, but when you incorporate business and money, people sometimes need their hands to be pushed, right? In business. especially if you're as experienced as me as far as real turnover. You know how many top tiers can't fill a room? Forget an up and comer. You know how many top tier? Me and Brem was just talking about this 2 days ago. Like when you start dealing with league owners that got numbers, Rem changed a little bit, didn't she? She changed to protect Chrome and trenches that much more because she has more experience now. We were just talking about this a couple days ago. The league owners be knowing. And that's why I'd be like, yo, somebody play with me so I could really expose you. You know what I'm saying? Like play with Wayne and Lawrence, they'll maybe argue with you. I'll take it there and really, really expose people's truths. And I'm not threatening nobody in that nature. And that's the same for Uncle Nini. But you got top tiers that can't sell a profitable card. Okay. So when I say a hand needs to be pushed, just because somebody, sends ARP a couple tweets, so it's like, yo, tweet ARP to be on the next full circle, tweet ARP to be on the max out, right? Let's be real. That league owner needs to be to a point where they also see it to the point where you just like, oh, I either got to do it, or I see the win, or I believe in it. And I think Uncle Nini is very talented. I also like he's got the elements of knowing how to promote, right? He's got the elements. But when was I ever pushed in that manner? I feel pushed for Dollar Bill. I never had a conversation with Dollar Bill in my life. Y'all might think that I keep saying his name to advocate for him and something like that. I never had a conversation with him in my life. I don't got his phone number. He don't got mine, to my knowledge. I never spoke to the man once in my life. I don't even think I've ever seen Dollar Bill in person. I don't know Dollar Bill. All I know is Lawrence and Winged worked with Stiz and Battle Academy to put together a co-event. And when I look at that footage and when I see the bloggers, and when I see the fans, Dollar Bill. That's why I made it the first release of the card. I don't know Dollar Bill. I don't know that nigga. Now I do. Now my hand is pushed. So ain't no favoritism for Dollar Bill coming from, I'm just using me as an example. Ain't no favoritism. Never spoke to him, never conversation. I never booked him myself. I don't know him at all. But he pulled the mini B dot is the point. Uncle Nini, all respect. You've never done that for me to say like, oh shit, I got to put Uncle Nini on the blue room. Oh shit, I got to put Uncle Nini on the next full circle. I never caught that from Uncle Nini. So when I got, let's say 8 battlers that I'm flying out to California and I'm investing $30,000 in a card that's only going to go straight to YouTube, am I really pushed to make Uncle Nini a part of that? That's the question when you're in my shoes and experienced as I am, right? Because if it doesn't align and make sense, then what you're really asking for is favoritism. That's really how it ends up. I'm not saying you're asking for that specifically, but that's what I would have to invoke to put somebody in that spot when I got other situations or battlers that are more beneficial. I keep telling the truth of league owners. It's just that they don't want to talk like this. I keep telling the truth, right? So Uncle Nini, me and you we didn't come up together. You're not Oops to me or Show Off or Adi Boom or Jims or Big Cannon or you know what I'm saying? Or Rosenberg Raw or Big K or Ill Will. You're not those people to me. I got to be in a spot to say, oh shit, that's dope for him and for me and for RBE. And that's never happened to me from Uncle Nini. That doesn't mean that Uncle Nini's not talented. Doesn't mean that he probably didn't have great performances. And I'm glad that it just happened on the last RBE card that Lawrence and Wing did, because then I continue to get to use Dollar Bill. Take RBE off the table. Why did I've never seen somebody from a recent brick card get pulled out of the mix and talked about by every blogger, Vada Fly, Piper Boy, Angry Fan, Chris Unbiased. I seen Dollar Bill just do that. That didn't come from me saying, hey, bloggers, you do me a favor and talk about Dollar Bill. No, I didn't put that battle together. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's them doing their thing. Battle Academy and RBE. He's getting talked about on all the top bloggers' platforms. And the fans are slapping me around. Dollar Bill, Dollar Bill, Dollar Bill. Uncle Nina, you've never done that. And that's not a testament to your talent. Keep using a B dot example. That's what it takes if you want to get that type of favor where you could say, full circle of Blue Room. You know what the full circle in Blue Room is? Full circle is a card that goes straight to YouTube. When I dropped that flyer, it got reacted to like a regular card, like a pay-per-view type of card when I dropped that flyer with those 4 battles. Big K versus Coach Corleone, Arsenal versus Rosenberg Raw, Swave Sever versus Jag. What was the last one that was on there? Whatever. You get the point. The culture reacted to it like, oh, here's a big card that just came through for us to talk about. This all right. This is attention worthy. I'm not saying it's groundbreaking, but this is attention worthy. So if I take somebody off of that, who do I take off to put Uncle Nini on that? Or Blue Room. If I do a Blue Room and it's got 4 battles, 4 meaningful battles, are the fans going to say, ARP, when you put that card together, is Blue Room one of the most talked about cards in the last 2 years? Put Uncle Nini on there? They're not going to say that. This ain't a going at you thing. This is a reality check for other people, other battle rappers to hear. So when you think a couple fans are saying, ARP, we want to see this person on the Blue Room, how impactful is that for me? How much was I really pushed? How much tweets did I really see? How many blogs did I really watch? And I haven't seen a single blogger say, ARP, book Uncle Nini. Not a single blog. I've never seen a blogger say that to me, ever. As a matter of fact, Uncle Nini tweeted to me. Tweet me a link of a major blogger, a Vodafly, a Piper Boy, an Angry Fan, a Chris Unbiased, a 3-letter man, getting on their platform and saying, ARP, put Uncle Nini on Full Circle or Blue Room. I want to see that. I missed it. I see that with Dollar Bill. That's the point, homie. And this is why I say reality check. Everybody's responsible for their own career because I don't know shit. I don't know no fucking Dollar Bill. I don't know that nigga. I know I got to book him now, though. That's the point. Fire. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yes. I need the top of the top getting worked with by Lawrence and Wayne, the standouts, which ain't 30 of them. It might be 5 of them. And then as other people come in, maybe for 1SK or opportunity, if they stand out, dope. If they don't, fuck for battle process and all that type of shit. If they are benefiting and if you are benefiting and you see the it and the fans and the bloggers or whatever, do it. If not, they just haven't gotten there and they may never get there, and that's fine. That's just the reality of the shit. Coach Corleone says, Nini can rap though, no lie. Yeah, he can. Absolutely. I've spoken about him before on my channel. I've said his name. You know what I'm saying? Like, I shout him out and all that, retweet all shit. Like, I fuck with Uncle Nini. I'm just, because he's in here commenting, I'm using him to continue these points. You know what I'm saying? This ain't a versus Uncle Nini thing, y'all. I don't want anybody to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Uncle Nini. Dollar on top of the banks, the helicopter dropping the money off. What coach doing in here? I don't know. Shout out to the members. Let me see what this is about. The dope part is to meet his talent, not just talk of it. Dollar definitely has provided that. Yep. All right. No bias. I got to keep pulling up Uncle Nini because if I'm talking about him here, I want him to get a chance to represent himself. Says at ARP, all facts doesn't mean my fans still haven't asked. LOL. I'm going to promote myself always. You know that. Absolutely. I agree with you, homie. That's your fan's job. The nigga that starts doing music, his block better get behind him first or else he ain't shit. After his block, his hood. After his hood, his city. After his city, his state. After his state, the record labels are going to say, wait a minute, can I offer you a record deal? Every industry is the same, homie. You know what I mean? You just run into different layers of opportunity. I'm a different level of opportunity. You know what I'm saying? My shoes, I got to make a different level of decisions and movement. And I have less opportunity available because I deal on a higher scale of cards and events. You know what I'm saying? Actually, Winged and Lawrence are more responsible for some of those bricks being on the Blue Room events than me. Yeah, I'm the one that puts Remedy Loco there, right? But it's Lawrence and Winged that put Jay Breed there. You understand what I'm saying? So These are blue room cards. When those battles, I was just saying this to Holly yesterday. I was just like, people understand the impact of some of these heavyweights up top. When you're in that rollout or when you're in that card, if I drop you on a brick by brick card, your battle does 2,000 views because you don't have. I don't mean Nini. I mean somebody in general. That battler doesn't carry that weight on their own. They're not at that level yet to carry almost any weight on their own. Nobody would ever walk through a door to see them specifically, except for their friends. For the most part, I can't book a venue and make money off of an up and coming battler battling an up and coming battler, and that's fine. We still do it. We still did it. You see what I'm saying? But when I have a big main event at the top and you're at the bottom of the card, even your battle when it drops, just simply being a blue room battle, now you got 10,000 views instead of 2,000 views. So Lawrence and Wing put more people in that spot than even I did. I was a guy that was just like, all right, let me give me a 1SK for my big card. They was trying to get 6 motherfuckers from the bricks on a blue room card. You know what I'm saying? I gave like, all right, here's three slots. Y'all make the matchup. They, all right, we want Riggs, we want we want Zay, we want Sino, we want Jay Breed. Jay Breed got a lot of bookings from Lawrence and Wing off of loyalty. The loyalty that I came in and broke. Blame me. When I don't mean for them specifically, I mean for how they move, period. I keep telling them like 95% of these battlers are not loyal to you. So stop booking and stop moving like that. They're responsible for putting someone. I'm the one that's going to do like maybe like let's say Caution versus Bonnie in the blue room or something like that. You know what I mean? Or like whatever. Or QB, matter of fact. But they're the ones for having like Zay and Sino and Jay Breed in the blue room. And those battles get more views than they typically would. I see the clips that these guys have on YouTube and battles on other leagues. When I click them, they have similar views, a couple thousand. They're just not there yet. There's a lot of battles that aren't there. You have to find a way to boom, break out. And sometimes that happens by getting the bigger opponents, but you got to even get to that point where the league says it's beneficial for me to put you in there with Charlie Clips. Charlie Clips is down to battle a couple uppercomers. It's been Coach Corleone battles Big K for the last full circle. They're out in LA. Event's not even over yet. Arsenal calls me. He says, yo, you give me Coach. I was like, okay. Rosenberg Ross said the same thing to me. Yo, give me Coach. Whatever he did in that full circle or whatever they seen in person, Austin was like, I don't even know Coach Carl. I don't know that nigga. I know him because I'm a lead. I pay attention a little bit more. But Austin as a battle rapper, he ain't watching y'all niggas. Also, just seeing Coach versus Big K in a full circuit called me before the event was over. He stepped outside and said, yo, give me Coach if you want me to come back out here for one of your little up and comers. That's what he said to me. He said, all right, I'm going to put that on the list. Go into my phone, put it on my little notepad. Battles to do. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy do that. You know what I'm saying? This guy get to that. You know what I mean? It's not only the league's responsibility, man. Salute ARP. I think the big question is who's actually writing their own bars. It was said Bricks were all writing together and writing for others. We can't rock with that. I don't have any proof of anybody writing for each other. And if I did, I wouldn't condone them on RBE. Like we had somebody that I seen. Who was it? Damn, it was an up and comer too. And I was just like, yo, get them out of there. You know what I'm saying? And there's been accusations that go around even about a couple top tiers at times. You know what I'm saying? Some of the ladies have had them. Bonnie's had them on her before. We booked Bonnie. Hustle's had them on them before. She's coming up on Summer Madness. Yoshi's had them on her before. She's just coming off of King of the Dot. You know what I'm saying? So people have accusations at times. But then I've seen accusations where it damn near crippled their career, like when it happened with Prez Mafia. It damn near crippled his career, derailed his whole career, actually. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it depends. And I'm not oblivious. I know what y'all talking about. I know the person that y'all talking about. I could attest one thing that I can guarantee you. I ain't never had somebody come to me behind the scenes like, yo, I just want to let you know this brick over here is getting his bars from that brick over there. I ain't never heard that before. That never came to me. And when I seen it happen online because these battle rappers had their reasons, stuck going back and forth, and I seen that shit, I looked at it and I was just like, okay. I mean, and I don't know if it's partially true, fully true, or fully false. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it happens. But I don't co-sign it. If it's true for anybody, I never co-sign it. So I'm saying, so Um, da, da, da. Members. I haven't heard of him until now, but now I remember. Who you talking about, Dimitri? Are you talking about Uncle Nini? Oh, Dollar Bill's in the chat. Oh, Dollar Bill, you a member? I ain't know that. See, now I'm definitely booking you. Shout out to Dollar Bill, man. I ain't know this nigga. I don't know it. We never spoke before. I don't know him. I know him now. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. That's how it's supposed to be. If me and Dollar Bill are in touch 3, 4, 5 years from now, that means that we've built a rapport as well as a business relationship. But right now, as a league owner, yeah, I'm being pushed around for him. That's just how it goes, man. Shout out to Madison. He says, y'all got to realize RBE is an entertainment platform, entertainment. I remember as a fan of RBE being primarily known for putting together dope matchups that the masses would want to see. Yeah. So I've never had a card with great matchups that the fans complained about and said, damn, the first time I saw um Ill Will battle was versus Johnny Alcatraz. I didn't see him battle Johnny Alcatraz or this battle on RBE before that. If I book a dope Ill Will matchup, they're gonna say thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares if Rock has been on URL his entire career? He just gave y'all arguably battle of the year with Big K on King of the Dot. That the fan, that's what they care about. The league started that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was a retention thing. It was a retention and a competition thing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit when I can give the fans what they want. That's one of the reasons why I started. Y'all know my history. I was working with Star, with Battle Rap Media, and he wanted Mass Return Battle to be versus QB Black Diamond. He was endorsing her at the time, promoting her skincare products and all type of stuff. QB was Star's person that was being pushed a lot, and I was disagreeing with that from a business and a management standpoint. I was just like, Math is coming off of the Serious Jones incident. If his next battle is versus a female, the fans are going to kill him. I wasn't trying to protect Math at the time. Me and Math wasn't cool at that time. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to do Math versus Swave. Y'all know my history. Go watch the documentary if you don't. I wanted to do Math versus Swave. Star was against that. Get on the phone with Shata. I'm just like, yo, I keep having some of these battle ideas that Star disagrees with, man. I'm putting money up. I'm a partner. I ain't no worker. I ain't no fucking worker. I'm a partner. But I just can't get done what I want to get done because at the end of the day, Star is the owner. He has the final say. You got to respect that. Ain't nothing that I'm saying to take away from Star. He's the owner. He's the top dog. He's the decision maker. He has the final say. I'm a partner, but he don't have the final say. So I can't get certain things done. You know what? We do our own shit. And that's where our own ideas or battles that we felt that people wanted to see, we can now get done. People waited years to see Hitman versus Bill Collector. RBE got it done for y'all. People waited years to see Arsenal versus QB. RBE got it done for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just shit like that. It was just like, I knew Bill Collector and Hitman before Rare Breed Entertainment. So fucking what? Rare Breed Entertainment put together and made it happen for you. Hitman versus Bill Collector, timeless. Just say thank you. It'd be the leagues that won't say thank you because they have ulterior motives. The fans will say thank you. I just want to watch a battle, ARP, and I say, cool, got you. That's it. During the course of that, are we also developing profiles? The history says, fuck yeah. You know what I'm saying? Given a ton of opportunities over the years. Some opportunities that people didn't deserve. Some opportunities where I lost money. A lot of opportunities where I lost money. But y'all got paid and y'all won, or y'all built y'all resumes or profiles and went other places, got contracts and got more money and all this. Like, everybody plays their part. But I stay true to what we all truly are, minus the politics. It's a difference, man. I'm going to stand over here and just be real. The rest of y'all could pull that political fake shit and lie to the fans. I just didn't. That's all. That's all. Uncle Nini said, man, I'm about to just send you the link to come up. When was the last time was talked about like Dollar? Who? I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about. We don't got to make this into like no competition thing or nothing, people. Like, Uncle Nini showed some flashes. I wonder why I haven't heard from him on other platforms. I'm glad you said that, Precise. That's one thing that has always remained true about RBE is it's always been platform based, not just in RBE's benefit, not just in the fans' benefit, but in the battle rappers' benefit. Okay. If this league over here calls you, as long as you can come back, I'm cool with it. Just don't fucking sign no bullshit that says you're not allowed to battle here no more. Some stupid shit. Like, go work. You know what I'm saying? That's why you haven't seen Ill Will and Big K on URL for a long time, because they just want to keep their options open. Right? That's all. Just want to keep my options. A Ward, same thing. I just want to keep my options open. And I like battling on Chrome. I like battling on King of the Dot. I like battling with ARP. Oh, not only those my homies, but it's good business and good opportunities on those other platforms too. I don't want to shut everything else down. And if I do, give me my guarantees. Show me how many battlers and how much money I'm going to be guaranteed. A lot of those situations don't be like that. So it just wasn't beneficial in certain people. Other people, it was. That's all. A Ward said no thank you. Will, Big K, Hitman, all these people that offered these. Sometimes they just say no thank you. Show Off was there's no thank you. Yeah, Show Off too. There's a interview with Yakman and Beasley sitting down and say, yeah, Beasley saying, Yakman asked Beasley, yo, what's up with Show Off? Because he's hot from RBE. And Beasley answers him and says, I'm willing to work with Show Off. I see him doing his thing. But, you know, I'd rather him come over here and then stay exclusive. And Show Off was never willing to do that. You know, just got to try to use Big K and Ill Will and Hitman. Those, Show Off too. I downloaded the interview. It's right there for everybody to see, unless they took it off their channel. With Al Capone and Beasley having that conversation about Show Off. You know what I'm saying? I can't make this shit up. You know what I mean? So there's nothing RBE would ever stop from another platform trying to give Uncle, like, don't look at RBE and say, how come you didn't give me Murder Mook? Another platform could give you Murder Mook. Maybe I missed it. You know what they tell me I missed a lot? Even Easy said it to me. Didn't he rap like this to me or some shit like that? Everybody says you missed out on Easy to Block Captain. Okay, that happens. I'm not right on everything. I can't be everywhere. I'm not booking 20 cards a year. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Easy Block Captain over here battling, and URL, especially by the time he did his top tier diss, and then they capitalized and moved and built together and built a great energy. RBE didn't. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's shout out to them and shout out to Easy. I mean, like, the fuck. So when you actually live like that, I don't contradict myself. It's like, okay, cool. I didn't book you Murder Mook. Nobody's stopping you from going to battle Murder Mook on King of the Dot or URL or Chrome or Trenches or Bullpen or Riot or all these other leagues. The ARP say, oh, they got something for you and it's beneficial to you, and nah, just want you to stay loyal to me. I don't tell y'all that. I tell people, go where you want, do what you want. I'm in history standing behind these guys. You know what I'm saying? In these moments. I got history of trying to help book. Everybody know where RBE and URL stand. Who you think was one of the biggest culprits of Hitman and fucking Mook battling on URL? I got caught with them in September with URL. I got caught with them in September. But I'm fucking getting this call from Gerald and then saying, Code Red, let me go fix this situation with Holla so that you versus Mook don't get messed up on URL. Nobody stands on that shit like me. Nobody. So, you know, if I'm stopping you from going somewhere, that's a different story. Then I want to claim responsibility for your career. I don't want to claim responsibility for your career. I want us to partner together at moments where it's beneficial to both of us. And it's your responsibility to make sure it's beneficial to you. And it's my responsibility to make sure it's beneficial to me. And if we both work that out, everybody should be fucking happy. Right? Appreciate you, OMG. I'm really rocking out with y'all, man. This turned into a much longer stream, and it's not that I want to come up here and be long-winded. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, was wondering. So yeah, we'll talk about it. I'll let y'all wonder about this shit for like 2 months. So I don't mind. You see, I'm not ducking no phase. I'm pulling people up. You know what I'm saying? Dollar Bill versus Rbe was fire on that last brick card. I gotta go watch it. I'm sure it was. They're both talented guys. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. Coach says, Nene fire, LOL. He just don't care what people try to tell him. He wants his way, and that's it. That's what's holding him back. He don't care for advice. He got a rebuttal for any advice you give him. Well, Nene, if that's true, then that's on you, on how you move as a battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to take anybody's advice because it's your career. You know what I mean? And Uncle Nene could turn out to be the next Iron Solomon or Murder Mook or Loaded Lux for all we know. He's got to navigate that. Talent wise, promo wise, business wise, politics wise, he's got to navigate that. You know what I mean? RBE is not the only platform. If we was the only platform and we were the say all, end all, be all as far as people getting their opportunities, then a lot of y'all would be dead regardless, right? That's why Big K runs around saying the more platforms, the better. ARP didn't see it, but John did. John didn't believe it, but URL did. URL has this type of business, but RBE didn't. RBE could afford it, but King of the Dot couldn't. King of the Dot was able to get the sponsorship or collaborate, you know what I'm saying? But the Riot couldn't. Like hello? Hello? So, what's one of your favorite brick battles, ARP? Shit, you put me on a spot that I'm gonna have to pull the channel up then. Shit, you know what? Oh, one of them. I'm not gonna say. I'm not even gonna pull a channel. I'm just gonna say one of them. I really, really like Sino Savvy versus Zay. I really, really like that battle. That was dope. Yo, my bad. You know a name that I keep leaving out, and I'm so mad at myself for doing it. I apologize to you, homie. I really, really do. A name that every time I go on my rants about the profiles that we've raised and the people that we worked with and created our front line with, like, damn, like sometimes I forget to say Jay Murder. Jay Murder has a lot of roots in RBE. A lot of roots in RBE. And his RBE resume is dope too. I think his highest view battle is probably still him versus Daylight. I believed in him to book him versus Daylight. When it was time to do the closure card, hey, Jay Murder versus Old Red. You know what I'm saying? Like, I forget to say Jay Murder's name too much, and I apologize for that. Shout out to Jay Murder. Shout out to Jay Murder. That's my guy. I still to this day catch clips of Jay Murder and why I really, really like Jay Murder. But anyway, yeah. Zay versus Sino comes to mind. I like that one a lot. Dollar Bill versus Bill Collector is a great matchup. That makes a lot of sense. You try to says, I don't know what it is about Jay Bree, but I just don't like him. He nice, still something about his aura don't sit with me. Okay. I mean, fans are always going to have their input, and that's the things that the battlers have to navigate. Only Remy is helping people's image to a higher power. Only Rem is the person that's buying battlers sneakers and outfits and doing their hair. No other league is doing that shit. So when it comes to your image, if you don't show up a certain way, or if you don't want to get a haircut, or if you can't at least iron a white tee, or invest in an outfit knowing that you got fucking Massacre 6 or Max Out or Summer Madness coming up, then that's on you. The cameras is on, and that's on you. You know what I'm saying? So image is very important. Look at somebody like Goods, how much he protects his image. You know what I'm saying? Like, so shout out to AK. Coaching him, man. See, look at you worried about. He said you become a member, Uncle. He said you coaching here, snapping, huh? Uncle Nene, I pulled you up enough times. Shout out to the new members in the building. RBE Power Verse. Here go. Oh, look at that Max Out default picture. Is that I can't see all clearly which battle that is. That looks like a Max Out battle. At ARP. See, now they want to see me. Yeah, I'm here talking about you. There you go, man. Send me a little cash app, man. Never hurt. You know what I'm saying? Send me a little cash app. Now look, y'all bring Winged up here. Oh, this is y'all laughing at. Oh, Uncle Nene, now you want to be a member, huh? Or now you became a member somehow. I don't know if you were gifted it or not. Ruin Your Day. Shout out to Ruin Your Day. Ruin Your Day. We got some work coming up, man. I was just on the phone with Winged earlier this morning, and I said, I might be interested in 2-day events where they got what they got going on, and then we capitalize on the 2-day event where the other day is a full circle. So avocado, we gotta talk. I need to know about us making sure that we can get full circle type of equipment in different cities. Can it be done in Virginia? Can it be done in Atlanta? Can it be done in whatever? We'll talk. Shout out to Ruin Your Day. Shout out to Ruin Your Day. Will Major versus Roy M. Oh, wait. Roy Image versus Caution was dope. That's another one. Roy Image versus Caution was one. Remedy Loco versus Gwitty. That was dope. Well, since we're here, you want me to tell y'all my favorite bricks? My top 2 favorite bricks are Remedy Loco and Coach Coleon. Fuck it. See, once upon a time I wouldn't do this because I feel like it could like overshadow. But since Lawrence and Wing, it's a new day with them, I can say it. My 2 favorite bricks, talent-wise, draw-wise, star power-wise, it factor-wise, is Remedy Loco and Coach Coleon. Okay? Those are my 2 favorite bricks. All right. Let me keep going. I want to see Remedy Loco in a full circle. Remedy Loco versus Active. Crip on Crip crime or some shit. I don't know. Oh, Muggy's a member. Shout out to Muggy. Is Coach Coleon and Uncle Nini in the chat developing a battle? What the hell are they up to? Yeah. Coach versus Payne. That's another one. That was a dope battle. That was a dope back and forth. I remember the first time I seen Payne in person was him versus Zay in the music room in Atlanta. It was a good back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Some of the people that I picked out and away from Lawrence and Wing doesn't mean they stopped working with Lawrence and Wing, but I just looked at moving with my similar approach to, like, once again, my early years of being on my Blood, Sweat, and Tears or RBE development shit of the guys that I worked with. I looked at Payne, I looked at Coach, I looked at Remedy Loco, I looked at Caution, I looked at Zay. Zay had flashes of it, but pretty much Sino Savvy had great flashes of it too. But while I'm going blank here, definitely those first couple that I named, those are the ones that I saw like boom. You know what I'm saying? Like Loco, right? And Payne and Coach and Caution. Those are like the forefront. Everything else to me was like, we'll see. Like they have it power. Like they're gonna watch Remy Loco versus Swave in a blue room as one of the main battles. Caution, she's gonna do good on a tournament with Rem and go out to a full circle. You know what I'm saying? Or Payne. Payne can get, you know, main bookings. Let's call him to battle this person or that person. You know what I mean? And let's advocate for him on this card or that card. You know what I'm saying? Those are like the top Coach, or like the top people that I looked at from the brick process. Everybody else definitely has talent, but you got to get to that next where somebody can look at you, and sometimes it only takes one performance. Yeah, I agree. I want to see Remedy Loco win the full circle badly. I do. You know, Ruin Your Day got juice around here, man. Ruin Your Day, you know, want to book a battle to put on full circle. You know, he got power over here, man. If Avo say, man, I want to do this on your next full circle card, it's done. You know, Avocado might have booked a full circle battle, whether y'all know it or not. He might have. Okay. All right, rocked out for 90 minutes, man. I don't know if there's much else that I didn't address after we let a couple months go by of all the controversy of what's up with Wayne and Lawrence. Y'all don't got to ask anymore. I think I made it clear. Wayne and Lawrence are still who they are within RBE. They're still shot calls within RBE. I think their next card is in October. But as far as how they went about working with 30 different people and the process and the layers that they put to it and being that interpersonal with that many people and not being as business that they used to be, and even being controversial. Like, once again, Winged is, she gonna beef with everybody at once, and that's not good. You know what I'm saying? So there's a couple things that we had to adjust and clean up, but I think it made Winged and Lawrence stronger, and it's gonna make their cards more high caliber as well. So they got to be more selective now, and they got to be more business, and they got to be more RBE first, and they got to be less process. But you're still going to see them working with up and coming talent. I hope that's clear. So if you burn your bridge with them, you burned your bridge with them. Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They're not the only people that can book you. You know what I'm saying? Make another hole, right? Same shit. Nobody's stopping y'all from doing something somewhere else. And if they ain't tell you, I'm telling you. You know what I mean? If you think that RBE should have given you an opportunity, nobody's stopping somebody else from giving you another opportunity. Okay? I'll holler at y'all. We'll be back in a second. Maybe tomorrow for something big, for a big announcement. I don't know. We'll see. But sorry, it's true.